with Snodgrass in one, Jive, Kirby the other. They'll be fly down at 2, come back and do their air start after John Capt takes the airport from us and demonstrates his professionalism. We've got Tim Travis that we're talking about, John.
Team MS760 with their smoke on. As they come in overhead, you can see the white bottom aircraft. That's Jive underneath, the wingman. And on top in the black bottom aircraft is Snort. Going into their first maneuver, a nice float relief to bring them on down to be in front of us at Show Center. I'm Lunar and I'm the narrator for Team MS760 with Snort and Jive at the controls of our aircraft. They started out at 5,000 feet, and trust me, you're going to get really close to the ground as the team keeps going on. Just a little bit about these gentlemen flying this aircraft today. Our team lead, bottom, right top, is Snort. He is a retired United States Navy captain, Dale Snort Snodgrass. Snort is a graduate and former instructor pilot at the U.S. Navy Fighter Weapons School Top Gun. He is the highest time F-14 pilot in the world with over 4,800 hours in the Tomcat and over 1,200 carrier arrested landings. Snort has over 10,000 hours in fighters, both as a veteran military pilot and as a civilian airshow pilot, including over 1,000 hours as a civilian pilot in the F-86 Sabre, a Korean-era jet. And please, everybody, as John Capt makes his way down in front of the crowd, give him a wave. He can't hear your applause, but he can see you wave. Tell him thanks for being here. Again, another wonderful veteran, military jet pilot. Again, Snort is the highest time civilian F-86 pilot in the world as well. On his wing, in the black-topped aircraft with the white bottom, is Jive, coming from the right to the left to the right. They are going up to do their first move. Pulling it out, 4 to 5 G's as they make it to the top there. Team MS760's wingman again is retired United States Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Jerry Jive Kirby. Jive is a graduate of the ultra-elite U.S. Air Force Fighter Weapons School in the F-15C Eagle. He's one of the highest time F-15C pilots in the U.S. Air Force with over 3,400 hours in the Eagle. Jive also has over 400 hours in the F-4 Phantom and is the only civilian pilot in the United States with a surface-level standard of aerobatic competency endorsement in that aircraft, as well as the only civilian certified flight instructor in the F-4 Phantom. They come back around at the bottom of their second loop. They'll go out and make a turn, come back from the right to the left, doing a nice slow barrel roll for us. Slow's probably only about 250 miles an hour. The MS760s that they are flying today are and were the world's first certified personal jets. Designed in the 1950s by the French company Morane-Saulnier, its nickname the Paris Jet. The first prototype of the MS760 flew in July of 1954. It was originally designed as a jet trainer and liaison aircraft with the French Air Force and Navy. The first MS760 was delivered to the French military in 1958. The one being flown by Jive was actually built in 1959, and the one being flown by Snort was built in 1961. And here they come from the right to the left. Again, Jive's in the white top. Jive's in the black top, and Snort's in the white top as they come by. Nice photo pass. This side-by-side dual controls for training and seating for 4. The unique MS760 was also used for training by the Brazilian Air Force and Argentinian Air Forces. Argentina used the MS760 for 48 years in continuous service and only retired their fleet in 2007. KLM Airlines also used the MS760 for its pilots and some training through the Dutch government's flight training school in the Netherlands. And as you notice, they've split apart. We're now going to do some solo maneuvering for you as Snort comes by from the left to the right. He's going to start at the bottom and go up and do what we call a humpty bump at the top of the loop and come back down. As he's coming down, Jive will just be starting his maneuver to go up real fast in the sky. cameras ready if I were you, and you can get individual shots. As Snort comes in first with the white-topped aircraft. Here he is from the right. And now Jive in the black-topped MS760. The MS760 Sales Corporation has been electrified Morane-Saulnier company between 1954 and 1961. It also now owns the type certificate to build new MS760s in the United States once our original airframes are refurbished and sold. As Snort comes back from the left to the right, he's going to set up in what we call a 360 mid radius. He's basically going to do a circle out in front of us, flat circle, and Jive will catch up to him and they'll rejoin. Snort's pulling approximately 6 Gs going around in this circle. The current prices for our jets range from $550,000 to $825,000. These price differences are only dependent on the refurbishment specifications of the new owners, as well as whether it is certified a utility for a standard family or business jet, or like the jets that are being flown here today by Snort and Jive that are certified experimental exhibition to fly aerobatics at an air show with a smoke system. There is no difference in the physical airframes of any of our MS760s. It's simply the certification from the FAA that determines whether it's experimental and aerobatic, as Snort and Jive's aircraft are, or simply utility. Having been designed originally as a military jet trainer, the MS760 is a highly maneuverable, fully aerobatic aircraft, as well as a comfortable and versatile 4-seat family or business jet with luggage space, which is something I definitely enjoy. Now here they come straight on.
Luggage space?
Yes.
For your shoes too?
Plenty of room for all my shoes, all my bags and shoes. Here they're going to do a belly pass for you as they go back around in a circle. And Howdy, I don't know if you know this, but we painted the aircraft specifically with reverse paint schemes so I'd know which one was flying by, supposedly.
Supposedly, right. I get mixed up watching fly by.
Right. Is Snort. On the left is Jive. Now what are they going to do?
You can't go on.
And now it's Snort and Jive. The MS760 training program is being designed by our own Top Gun instructor pilots, Snort and Jive. New owners of the MS760s will be taken through a military-style training program from their type rating to aerobatics to air combat maneuvers if they choose. Imagine that, learning to fly from two of the greatest fighter pilots from the United States Air Force and the United States Navy. After having flown heavy-hitting fighter aircraft, including the F-14 and F-15, both Snort and Jive say that flying these MS760s is actually a highly enjoyable experience because they can actually jump in to do aerobatics in a jet without having to wear heavy boots, flight suits, and helmets. And here they come. Jive on the right, Snort on the left. Team MS760 and especially our wonderful pilots, Snort and Jive. See our team website at teamms760.com or follow us on our Team MS760 Facebook page. Batteries for making sure we have a start every time. And plain sight covers for helping us out and making sure our airplanes are safe when you're sitting on the tarmac. And here they come from the left to the right. Snort and Jive. One last pass.
Backseat time at 2:33. I've been on many hours on this MS760.
I probably have about 50 at this point. And the side seat on this is not a it's a side-by-side white suit, no helmet, no heavy boots.
No helmet here when you get done, right?
That's right, that's right. Thanks to my Kirby along that set as the Boy Scouts. We also want to thank the folks at the FBO at the end of the field, Port City Air, for taking care of us. We could not have done this without them this weekend. Snort, Jive, and I also want to send out a personal thank you to a lady in the audience. Her name's Renee Plummer. She's one of the best performer hospitality folks we've ever met, and we just want to say a big thank you to Miss Renee Plummer again. We also want to thank David Schultz Air Shows. Not only have they had us at this air show, but they also allowed us to debut our show with Team MS760 at the Tuscaloosa, Alabama show on Mother's Day weekend this year. As they come down the runway here, you can hear that high-pitched whine of those beautiful, wonderful tweet engines. Snort's home base.